Lesson 8.2, Video 1, Quadratic Functions in Standard Form. There's going to be a lot of information that's shared in this lesson, so pay close attention to the terminology and the labels and the new parts to parabolas or quadratic functions that will be discussed. First and foremost, what does standard form look like? It has everything on one side of the equation, no parentheses. A cannot be 0. If A was 0, the x squared would be gone and it wouldn't be quadratic. So keep that in mind. You have to have a squared term in there. By definition, a parabola is a U-shaped graph. It opens up or down. Your A value, in other words the coefficient in front of x squared, has some interesting characteristics. If it's negative or less than 0, it opens downward. If it's positive, it opens upward. More characteristics of the parabola is a line of symmetry. A line of symmetry cuts your parabola in half and makes mirror images. So that's one line of symmetry. Here's another. The equation of that line, since it's vertical, is x equals, because that's what vertical lines look like. And you can calculate that equation, that constant, by using the a's and b's in the standard form. So b would be this value, and a again would be this value. Put into this formula, it would give you the equation of that vertical line. Another characteristic is, or term, is vertex. Vertex is the point where a parabola intersects its line of symmetry. So in this graph up here, this would be considered the vertex, and then this would be considered the vertex. Now notice that you could also describe a vertex as where the parabola stops going down and begins going up, or stops going up and begins going down. So if you found your path to be going down, 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 hit your vertex, now it's going up. Or it's going up, 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 hits the vertex, and now it's going down. Notice that it is on your line of symmetry, so whatever you know to be your line of symmetry, that would be your x value of the coordinate. And you would plug that into your standard form to find out your y value of the vertex. Now notice that the vertex is either going to be at the bottom of your parabola or the top. And that is described as minimum or maximum. So the minimum would be the lowest point on the graph, in other words the vertex when it opens up. A maximum would be your highest point on the graph, and again, in other words, your vertex if it opens down. So in an attempt to sum it up, if I draw a parabola on an x-y plane, that parabola has a line of symmetry that will go right down the middle of it, and it's written as x equals negative b over 2a if you want to calculate it out, and those values are given from the standard form values of a and b. You have a vertex that's on your line of symmetry. Your line of symmetry value, your x equals, is your x value. You plug that into your function to get your y value. In this particular case, the vertex is at the bottom of your parabola, so therefore it would be called a minimum in this case. And that's just a brief summary of all the things that we just discussed. And this ends Lesson 8.2, Video 1.